From the pursuit of a first ever NBA championship to the historic rise of Miami's undrafted players, the 2023 NBA Finals is destined to be one of the greatest matchups in recent memory. The Denver Nuggets are set to take on the Miami Heat, with both teams being equally dominant and resilient throughout this year's playoffs. The Nuggets swept the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Final.
109-104 with 2.5 to play. James up top, Schroeder. Reeves fires away, puts it in!
While the Heat emerged as the second ever 8th seed to make an NBA Finals. Miami almost fumbled a 3-0 game lead, but managed to stave off the red-hot Boston Celtics in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Gets the double team, gets rid of the basketball. That's how you make guys around you better.
With the NBA Finals matchup set in stone, you can expect Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray to lead the way for the Nuggets. Both Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo should be considered the cornerstones of the Heat's attack, as they have much to prove in their second final appearance as a duo. The Denver Nuggets have transformed into one of the most dominant teams in the league, under the leadership of two-time MVP Nikola Jokic. Jokic can simply do it all, dominating the paint and making Magic Johnson-esque passes. His exceptional package of scoring, playmaking, and defensive excellence makes him arguably the best player in the entire NBA. The 2023 NBA Finals offer Jokic the opportunity to craft his legacy and bring the Nuggets their first ever NBA championship.
It's over! It's over!
In the first few rounds of the 2023 playoffs, Jamal Murray stepped up and took over. His dynamic three-point shooting and clutch moments down the stretch have earned him the reputation as a true superstar. Murray showed up when it mattered most, shooting efficiently and leading his team to victory when Jokic commanded a double team. Jokic and Murray have developed a sensational bond, building a special chemistry throughout their dominant 2023 campaign. The NBA Finals will be the ultimate test for the Heat's defense, who floundered at times against Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Despite their lapses in concentration, the Heat overcame all of the odds and defied expectations to reach their second finals appearance in just 4 seasons. Under the command of playoff Jimmy, the Heat defeated Giannis's Milwaukee Bucks, Brunson's Knicks, and Tatum's Celtics. Butler's leadership is no joke. He seems to transform into a different type of player in the playoffs, exuding great confidence and unwilling to be defeated.
Who drives Andre Williams, and a 15-footer will tie it at 100.
Butler is the team's leading scorer, centerpiece of the defensive charge, and ultimately, the team's true leader on the court. The 2023 NBA Finals presents Butler with the chance to win his first ever NBA title and finally cement himself as an upper echelon superstar.
To the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Larry Bird Trophy. And Alonzo?
Jimmy Butler.
As for Bam Adebayo, the Heat's undersized center has struggled at times in the 2023 playoffs, although when he's not hitting his shots, he puts in tremendous effort on the offensive glass. Bam is also a dominant rim protector, urging opposing players to think twice before driving into the paint. Adebayo's stellar defensive play and top-notch passing capabilities have propelled him to stardom.
It doesn't matter. You can talk about stats, you can talk about this guy did that.
But the ultimate test awaits Bam in the 2023 Finals. Will he be able to contain Nikola Jokic, or will he be overpowered and left without a strategy to thwart the Serbian superstar? His matchup against Jokic will surely lead to some awesome moments, as Bam is roughly 3 inches shorter than the Nuggets' big man. Nikola Jokic looks to bring Denver to championship glory, which would cement him as one of the best centers of all time. And establish him as the true face of the Denver Nuggets franchise. Thanks to his exceptional shooting and ability to chip in across wherever he's needed, Jokic has transformed the Nuggets into serious title contenders. Winning a championship would not only validate his MVP caliber season, but it makes him a Denver Nuggets legend. The stakes are extremely high for the 28-year-old big man, as he hopes to win his first ever NBA title. The Serbian 7-footer won back-to-back MVP awards in 2021 and 2022. becoming the first center since Shaquille O'Neal to win the MVP. Arguably, the most impressive element of his game is his sheer consistency. Jokic practically puts up triple-doubles in his sleep. In fact, in the Western Conference Finals, Jokic earned a triple-double in 3 of the 4 games that he played. And let's not forget, in Game 1, Jokic scored 34 points and added 21 rebounds. As a 5-time All-Star and 4-time First-Team All-NBA player, Jokic's impact for the Nuggets is simply unmatched. Jokic's partner in crime, Jamal Murray, also has much to play for in this year's NBA Finals.
It's up 12, it's Jamal Murray sparking his team. Good defense by LeBron, clock dwindling down, step back.
Murray's legacy is on the line, and he's faced a ton of criticism in his young career. Despite his severe injuries, Murray has blossomed into an incredible shooter and another on-court leader for the Denver Nuggets. Prior to his brilliance in this year's playoffs, Murray has faced criticism for his inconsistent performances and problematic posts on social media. If he shows up in the NBA Finals, he would prove the Nuggets franchise right. They stuck with him through thick and thin, and believe in Murray as being a great sidekick to Nikola Jokic. On the other hand, Jimmy Butler looks like a man on a mission, and finally ready to etch his name in Miami Heat history. Back in 2020 during the NBA bubble, Butler practically single-handedly led the Heat to the NBA Finals. Now while the Heat were blown out by LeBron and the Lakers, Butler aims to take his side to NBA glory. His impressive resume would benefit from a championship, and in 2023, he looks ready to make it happen. As a 6-time All-Star and several-time member of the All-NBA defensive team, Butler has become one of the best two-way players in basketball. This season, despite coming into the playoffs as the 8th seed.
And now you're an 8th seed. You went from the play-in, you're heading to the finals. What's been most rewarding about this postseason journey so far?
Jimmy was awarded a spot on the All-NBA second team. An NBA Finals victory for the Nuggets will undoubtedly shape the narrative surrounding their role players, such as Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. On the other hand, a championship for the Miami Heat would make for a true NBA Cinderella story. Outside of the star power in Butler and Adebayo, the Miami Heat have led by their core of undrafted players. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, and Duncan Robinson. They have defied all expectations and have played significant roles in Miami's championship run. The Heat are the big-time underdogs in the 2023 NBA Finals because their roster is full of undrafted players. A championship would validate Miami's dedication to developing talent, as several of their role players were overlooked by the rest of the league. Gabe Vincent has been outstanding for the Heat, carrying the team offensively when Butler couldn't hit his shots. Despite going undrafted, Vincent has been playing at an all-star level.
It's rebounded by Vincent on the fly, pull-up 3.
He led the Heat in scoring in multiple games throughout the playoffs and chipped in defensively when called upon. Despite averaging just 9 points per game in the regular season, Vincent erupted for multiple 20-point games in the Eastern Conference Finals. Max Strus is yet another undrafted diamond in the rough who knocked down countless three-pointers in the 2023 playoffs. Known for his exceptional three-point shooting ability, Strus has become a sneaky weapon for Miami. He typically comes off of the bench, providing the team with a much-needed spark on the offensive end. Strus stepped up big time against the Celtics, nailing several clutch shots in matchup against Jaylen Brown for the majority of the series. Duncan Robinson went undrafted in 2018 and has become one of the best shooters in the NBA since joining the Heat. Robinson is also a dominant slasher, as he is unafraid to drive into the paint against much bigger opponents. This fearless mentality opens up the floor for teammates, creating open shots and allowing for great ball movement. When Butler struggled to make his shots in games 5 and 6 of the ECF, Robinson chipped in multiple threes and carried the load offensively. But Caleb Martin might be the biggest surprise of the 2023 NBA playoffs. Martin exploded in the series against Boston, scoring more than 14 points in all 7 contests.
The second good look. Lowry in the corner, Martin with a 3.
He scored 20-plus points in multiple games, including a clutch performance in the decisive Game 7 in Boston. So, the stage is finally set, and the Denver Nuggets will face the Miami Heat in a tantalizing NBA Finals matchup. From the historic rise of Miami's undrafted players to the pursuit of establishing a legacy in the NBA, the 2023 NBA Finals will be one of the best matchups of all time.